What's up, Tatted Nation? It's your guy, the Tatted Investor, back with another video. In this video, we are going to discuss some crucial information around the hot topic of the 2024 Airbnb potential collapse. But don't worry, I've got your back with 5 game-changing tips that is not only going to help you thrive, but survive in this ever-evolving market. All right, first things first, the Airbnb collapse of 2024. It's a hot topic, and I'm sure you're wondering how to adapt. My first tip, pivot to midterm rentals as needed. This rental strategy is a longer duration, typically lasting about a month or more. It's a smart move that attracts stable, long-term tenants, ensuring a consistency in your income stream despite the uncertainties in the market. I'm seeing success utilizing this strategy as well in the slow seasons on some of my properties. It all depends on where they are located across the country. Typically, the slow seasons last between November to end of March, early April in the northern states that I'm operating in. This is the snow season where a lot of people don't like to travel. In those calendar months, I'm finding that it's easier to fill longer durations of stay to guests, ironically, in the neighborhoods that my Airbnbs are positioned in. Most of my stays are actually taking place from homeowners that are currently fixing or remodeling their homes and need a place to stay while that happens. So a lot of my guests are actually within 1, 2 to 4 miles of their actual dwelling. They're booking my property for the entire month, they're fixing their property while they're staying there, and they're able to go back and forth, in and out as needed, covering all their bases. It works not only in the slow season, but it is an extremely valuable strategy if the Airbnb market starts to take a hit, as we're predicting to some degree. This will fill the vacancy, and you don't need 100% occupancy. You just need to ride this wave until you're able to get through it on the other end. Sometimes that means you break even, sometimes you pay a little bit out of pocket. This is a long-term play though. Don't forget that. Now let's talk co-hosting. This is a game changer, especially in times of a market turbulence. Collaborating with other hosts and landlords, pooling your resources, allows you to share responsibilities and mitigate most, if not all, of the risk. It's all about strength in numbers, and co-hosting is your ticket to a resilient market strategy. This is something that I preach from the mountaintops all the time. I have a video discussing and explaining how to start your co-hosting journey with $0 out of your pocket. I'm going to put it at the end. Co-hosting is the easiest cost of entry into all things Airbnb. I highly recommend it. You can start from the ground up with $0, as I stated, and get property after property and learn the ropes inside and out with as little to no risk as possible in this industry. In times like this, with 2024's Airbnb potential collapse looming ahead of us, this would be your safest ticket into this industry so that you have no money out of your pocket in case things do go south. You can cancel your contract and just walk away. Tip number 3, diversify, diversify, diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Explore multiple markets. Each market comes with its own demands and challenges. By spreading yourself across multiple markets, you're stabilizing yourself against potential localized market downturn. You are creating a safeguard of protection. With the looming potential of the 2024 Airbnb collapse, each market is going to be impacted in different ways. By having multiple properties in different various markets, you're hedging yourself against the potential impact that will occur in each market. If one area is doing bad, hopefully the other market that you're in, or multiple markets that you're in, are doing better, which then is going to help increase this area that you're currently operating in. If you only had all of your eggs in this one basket, every property would be suffering and you wouldn't be surviving or thriving. Speaking of diversification, let's talk about listing on multiple channels. Sure, Airbnb is a powerhouse, but why not cast a wider net? Platforms such as VRBO, Booking.com, and a plethora of other options are out there. These platforms increase the demographic and opportunity within those markets. Don't limit yourself. Expand your reach to maximize both bookings and income. Pro tip for you. All of the professionals are listing on multiple channels, and let me explain why. There is a set number of people that are only looking at Airbnb. All they see is Airbnb. Then there's another set of people that are only looking at and utilizing VRBO. They're not on Airbnb, they're solely on VRBO. And then there's a third option that I discussed on booking.com. They're not on any of the other two platforms. Therefore, they're not going to see your listing if it's only on Airbnb. And the same for VRBO, etc. Don't limit yourself. These opportunities allow you to create a higher potential of filling your calendar on the empty days by spreading yourself and casting a wider net. Another pro tip. Certain markets do better on certain platforms. I'm seeing time and time again more of the center states inside of America do better and are solely listing their properties on VRBO. They're not even listing on Airbnb or booking.com. They're making all their money through one single platform. So if you're going to dive into a market, make sure to do your research to know which platform performs the strongest. So that would be your primary focal point when you start that listing off. Lastly, keep an eye out for hosts throwing in the towel. As unfortunate as it is, this may be a golden opportunity for you. Some hosts that are exiting at this point in time may be willing to sell their furniture and the amenities of their units at a discounted rate. I would take the opportunity to snatch up these deals to upgrade your units without breaking the bank. As sad as it is, there are a lot of people that are throwing the towel for the upcoming 2024 potential collapse. That doesn't mean that the market is actually going to die and that this isn't an opportunity for you to still dive into it head first. I believe that the market is going to go strong, but you need to do your research and understand the numbers before getting into any deal. As stated, the hosts that are throwing in the towel have a plethora of opportunities to purchase furniture and things like coffee pots, silverware, interior design and decoration that might really benefit you at your unit. A lot of times they're not able to sell just the couches or the bed frames. They would rather not because they're going to lose their money on the back end items. Often they're willing to take a discounted rate on everything. Instead of paying $2,000 for just the couches and bed frames, they might take a deal at $5,000 to include every single thing within that unit. You might get a massive discount on everything to fill a significantly larger property. I wouldn't miss the opportunity. There you have it, Tatted Nation. 5 tips to not just survive, but thrive in the potential collapse of the 2024 Airbnb market. Remember, adaptability is key. By staying ahead of the curve, you'll continue to ink success in the world of real estate investing. If you found these tips helpful, remember to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to stay up to date on all the Tatted Investor wisdom that I'm dropping, and hit that bell notification to stay in the loop. Remember, stay tatted, stay invested.